The first one on our list is One Punch Man. On a supercontinent Earth, powerful monsters and villains have been wreaking havoc in the cities. In response, the millionaire Agonite creates the Hero Association, which employs superheroes to fight evil. Saitama, an unassociated hero, hails from City Z and performs heroic deeds for his own enjoyment. He has trained himself to the point of being able to defeat any enemy with a single punch, but his unmatched strength has left him with an overwhelming sense of boredom. Saitama eventually becomes a reluctant mentor to Genos, a cyborg seeking revenge against another cyborg who killed his family and destroyed his hometown. Saitama and Genos join the Hero Association, but due to scoring low on the written entry exam, Saitama is placed at a low entry rank, and his feats remain unnoticed and unappreciated by the public. Next one on our list is Demon Lord Retry. Akira Ono prepares to shut down the servers of his creation, the MMORPG Infinity game, but he suddenly finds himself in the body of his character, Demon Lord Hakuto Kunao. After an unexplained event, the new world he wakes up in appears to be set within Infinity game, but with some differences. He encounters and summons various companions who join him on his travels, and his reputation of Demon Lord spreads throughout the land, making him a target. Eventually, Ono/Kunao finds himself having to deal with the sociological problems of the Kingdom of Holy Light, and the Satanist cult that opposes it, as he continues to pursue his mission of finding out why, and how he was summoned. Next one on our list is Helsing Ultimate. Helsing is named after and centered around the Royal Order of Protestant Knights, originally led by Abraham van Helsing. The mission of Helsing is to search for and destroy the undead and other supernatural forces of evil that threaten the Queen and the country. This organization is currently led by Sir Integra Fairbrook Wingates Helsing, who inherited the leadership of Helsing as a child after the death of her father. She witnessed his death, which turned her from a once innocent and shy little girl to a tough and deadly force. She is protected by the faithful Helsing family butler Walter C. Dornay, a deadly foe in his own right, and Alucard, the original and most powerful vampire, who swore loyalty to the Helsing family after being defeated by Van Helsing 100 years before the story takes place. These formidable guardians are joined early on in the storyline by former police officer Cirrus Victoria, whom Alucard turned into a vampire. Next one on our list is Tenchi Muyo. War on Geminer. Kenshi Masaki is a 15-year-old boy that has unwillingly traveled from his home on Earth to the alternate world of Geminer. On Geminer, the countries wage wars using sacred mechanoids, humanoid exoskeletal weapons that were originally discovered within ancient ruins and developed over centuries. After being tricked by a mysterious organization into participating in an attempt to assassinate Lashura Earth, the young ruler of the Shreu Empire, he ends up captured after he chooses not to kill her. Lashura decides to take Kenshi under her protection. Disguised as her attendant, Kenshi travels with her and her bodyguard Cheaflan to the Holy Land, a virtually impregnable fortress that serves as an academy to train sacred mechanoid pilots, most of whom are female. With his kindness, tenacity, and skills that vary from carpentry and cooking to advanced survival techniques, Kenshi eventually becomes a celebrity in the academy. Next one on our list is Demon King Diamel. This story of love, magic, and battles revolves around Akoto Sai, a boy who aims to become part of his country's highest order of magicians, and contribute to society as one of its clergy. On the day he's admitted into the Constant Magical Academy, his aptitude test predicts the following future occupation: Demon King. Thus begins his very severe and complicated school life, in which he is resented by his studious female class head, desired by a girl with mysterious powers, and guarded by a beautiful female android. Next one on our list is Mob Psycho 100. Shigeo Kageyama is an average middle school boy, nicknamed Mob for lacking a sense of presence. Although he looks like an inconspicuous person, he is in fact a powerful esper with immense psychic power. To keep from losing control of this power, he constantly lives a life under an emotional shackle. In order to help learn how to control his abilities, Mob works as an assistant to conman Rajan Arataka, a self-proclaimed psychic. Mob wants to live a normal life just like those around him, but a barrage of trouble keeps coming after him. With his suppressed emotions growing inside Mob little by little, his power threatens to break through its limits as he eventually encounters other espers like the Claws. Next one on our list is Overlord. The final hour of the popular virtual reality game Yggdrasil has come. However, Momonga, a powerful wizard and master of the Dark Gildan's Oulgaun, decides to spend his last few moments in the game as the servers begin to shut down. To his surprise, despite the clock having struck midnight, Momonga is still fully conscious as his character. And moreover, the non-player characters appear to have developed personalities of their own. Confronted with this abnormal situation, Momonga commands his loyal servants to help him investigate and take control of this new world, with the hopes of figuring out what has caused this development, and if there may be others in the same predicament. During an expedition in the Great Arcus Labyrinth, Hajime is betrayed by one of his classmates, plummeting him to the bottom of an abyss. Though he survives the fall, Hajime is faced with menacing monsters and misfortunes that send him spiraling into a grim nightmare. Desperate to live and return home one day, he resolves to fight for his survival only to meet an imprisoned vampire he names Yu, who is also seeking to escape the labyrinth. Taking an interest in him, Yu and a few others along the way accompany Hajime on his journey to find a way back home, while steadily transforming from commonplace to the world's strongest. Next one on our list is Black Clover. The series focuses on Asta, a young orphan who was raised from birth after being abandoned at the doorstep of an orphanage in Hage village, along with his fellow orphan Yuno. While everyone is born with the ability to utilize mana in the form of magical power, Asta is the only exception. He tries to gain magical power through physical training. Conversely, Yuno was born as a prodigy with immense magical power and the talent to control wind magic. Motivated by a desire to become the next Wizard King, an authority figure second to the King of Clover Kingdom, the two youths developed a friendly rivalry. Yuno obtains a legendary 4-leaf grimoire held by the kingdom's first Wizard King. Asta, despite his lack of magic, obtained the mysterious 5-leaf grimoire, which contains mysterious elf swords and rare anti-magic. Through the story, Asta embarks on various adventures, as they make a name for himself throughout the Clover Kingdom. Both characters strive to one day hold the title of Wizard King. Last one on our list is In Another World with My Smartphone. 15-year-old Tuya Mochizuki is accidentally killed by God. As an apology, God allows him to be resurrected, but since he cannot send him back to his old world, he instead reincarnates him into a fantasy world along with a single special request. Tuya uses his request in order to bring his smartphone into the new world with him, which God modifies. As such, while Tuya cannot contact his old world with it, the phone can be easily recharged by magic and can otherwise function such as accessing data from the old world, and can use relevant features for his new world, such as the GPS function to locations, which are comprehensively identified on it. God also greatly amplifies Tuya's physical, magical, and cognitive abilities to a certain degree as a further apology for the inconvenience of killing him.